Welcome to Soccer Gaming and welcome to this week's episode of the Kansas City Royals Dynasty Rebuild. In this episode, we are going to go all the way up to the trade deadline, and there's a few trades that we want to make before the deadline is over. We also want to check out what's going on around the league. So in this episode, we're going to do just that. We're up to the trade deadline. We're ready to see what crazy trades happened in real life. A bunch of crazy trades happened this year, and we'll see if some crazy trades happen in this Dynasty Rebuild. So if you'd like to watch that, stick around. So as you guys know, I love making trades, love rebuilding teams, love making these teams better. And in order to make this team better, I think there's a few trades that we need to make at the trade deadline to make sure that we can keep going in the season and keep winning. I am worried that a few of the guys on the team will be moved in this episode because I think that there's a bunch of guys that aren't going to have much trade value if we keep them on the team. So keep in mind, we're rebuilding this for 5, 6, 7 years down the line. So we want to make sure that we have those pieces early and that we can rebuild them and build them within our farm. So in this episode, we're going to go over a bunch of guys that I really want, some guys that I think are going to definitely change this, but we will have to give up some of our main guys along the way. So I want to point that out before this one gets started and before we get in and show you the trades, that there are a few people that we're going to be losing that you don't necessarily think would leave our team. So the first one is going to be Soler. He's going to be on the block, and what we're going to do, we're going to go out and get a few guys, and the first guy is Ryan Rollison, a B potential 65 overall starting pitcher. I love his four seam. But the biggest part about this trade is the Zach Veen trade. I really like what he has at 19 years of age, a potential 62 overall already. I love the contact and the power that he's got at such a young age. And there he's hitting some high 200 numbers there as an average. So we're going to go out and get Zach Veen and him. Basically going to give them Jorge Soler, who hasn't hit great for average, has hit his home runs like he's supposed to. He's done good for us. He really played what we thought he would, but I think it's time to move on from him. I don't think the average is ever going to be there. And we're also going to give up Rob Turnwall, a B potential 70 overall, 24 years of age already. He's got a decent average. I mean, nothing incredible. The reason we're moving on from him is we got a first baseman in the draft that I think we're going to like. We also have another couple first basemen down in the minors that I think will end up taking his position. And the next guy we're going to give up is a catcher, 19 years of age, C potential, Omar Hernandez, a guy that basically just a trading chip. Don't think he'll ever make it to the majors. The next trade we're going to go after is Dax Fulton, a starting pitcher. As you know, we're trying to get those young starting pitchers. This guy is a B potential, 19 years of age. And just wanting him to kind of just grow with our pitching core and see if he could possibly make the team. And Mabrys Valoria is going to be the one traded in this one. Also, Ryan McBroom going to be traded in this one as well. I think, again, first base is kind of overloaded right now. Really love what Nick Prado's doing in the minors. He's really playing well. And I don't think McBroom is ever going to go over Prado in the majors. So going to kind of move along with first baseman there. We're also going to give up a B potential Anderson Miller there from left field. And back, what we're going to get is JJ Bleday, 22 years of age, 70 overall. This guy can crush it. And I'm excited to see what he can do in right field for us. Obviously, he's going to be in the minors for a little while, but I do think he's going to come up and take that right field position. Since we are losing Soler, we need a right fielder, and I think JJ Bleday is a young prospect that can do that. We're also going to get a relief pitcher in Alexander Gallion, I think is his last name, and then Dax Fulton, a 19-year-old lefty, B potential guy with the four seam, slider, the curve, and the change. I like what this trade brings us. Dax Fulton, as you can see, 2.43 ERA in the minors, really good for a 19-year-old. So we're going to go ahead and make that trade. And then a few other trades that happened at the trade deadline. The Reds acquire Simeon from the Blue Jays. This is a big trade. You see Lodolo going over there. and the trade as well. That's pretty much the big trade piece. But the Reds looking to build up quick, getting Marcus Semien from the Toronto Blue Jays. The Blue Jays looking for some more young guys, and they're going to get that with Nick Lodolo and then Perez, the relief pitcher. Not really sure what the trade exactly was there. I don't know if it's one of those trades where you just do it to get it done, but they got it done. The next trade, Angels are going to acquire Ryu from the Blue Jays as well. So Blue Jays making a bunch of trades here as well. They're going to give up the 34-year-old, 85 overall Ryu. As you know, got a big contract. He's getting older. He does play well. He's got an ERA of a 3.2, but they're going to get some prospects back. 22-year-old Chris Rodriguez and another 18-year-old there. Astros are going to acquire Matt Olson from the Athletics. Not sure what the Athletics are necessarily getting back in this, but they are giving up Matt Olson, 27 years of age, 85 overall, 12 home runs this year, hitting 240. They're going to get Josh, Hunter Brown, Jordan Brewer. Not sure what their prospect-wise is from that, but they got They got 3 prospects back for Matt Olson. So hopefully the Athletics have a plan for those prospects, and we'll see what those prospects can do in this rebuild. You just never know what prospects are going to do in the Sims until you're 5-6 years in. And then the biggest trade, the Blue Jays are not done yet, and I don't necessarily understand this trade because you're literally giving up one of the best players, young players in the game. You're giving up Baby Vlad, 22 years of age, 87 overall, 279 average, 17 home runs. You're giving him up for Brandon Waddell, a pitcher, 71 overall, and Royce Lewis, a shortstop at 20. And I know that Royce Lewis is a top prospect in the Twins organization, but they absolutely stole this trade, getting Vladimir Guerrero Jr. So the next thing we're going to do is show you how we are doing in our minor leagues with all the trades, see how they're doing. A 2-2 count, Grayson Rodriguez, a high and inside fastball, going to get the strikeout. He's been playing very, very well this year. This time the strikeout with the changeup and just executing his pitches, throwing them where he wants them. Just too much stuff for some of these hitters in the minors to be able to hit it. That changeup, 5-inch pitch break, and 1459 revolutions per minute. That changeup definitely different than that high fastball that he likes to throw high and inside. Gets strikeouts on that, gets strikeouts on the changeup as well. So since we acquired JJ Bleday, his very first game, he's going to send this one out over to center and left, and he's going to dig for 2. He's going to be in safely. So his very first at bat in the minors for the Kansas City organization, he gets a double there. Nick Prado doing what he's done all year, and a reason why we are so excited to see what he can do. He's going to triple over the center fielder who just tried to dive for the ball, couldn't get it. A triple for Nick Prado. And Nick Prado, a guy that I think is maybe this year away from getting up to the majors. Matthias, another guy in the minors that we're looking excited for, and his big thing is his power numbers, and the types of hits he gets are very like doubles. You know, he hits the ball deep. He rarely gets singles. So a power guy that we're ready to see in the organization. You saw a double there, and right here you're going to see him use that power with a home run and his 15th of the season. So you know he's hitting a ton down in the minors. Nick Prado up again, doing his best to try to hit a home run here. This one is off the wall, and so another double for him and another RBI for Nick Prado. Omaha looking very comfortable with the prospects they got down in AAA. So if Omaha didn't look good enough, here's Eric Mejia stealing second easily. Even if throws on target, they're not getting them. And, you know, why not steal third as well? And this is what a lot of our minors are doing. They got a lot of speed down there in the minors, so they're utilizing it with stolen bases. And you're going to see Grayson Rodriguez with a strikeout. And yes, 17 strikeouts in this game. And he's going to finish it off here with the strikeout and a complete game shutout for Grayson Rodriguez. So a lot of good potential prospects playing very, very well in the minors. So you will hopefully see more from them soon. Might also see a few coming up to the majors very soon. That's going to do it all for this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Also, feel free to comment down below. Let me know what you think about the Vladimir Guerrero trade, whether you think one side got ripped off, whether you think one side actually did well. Please comment that down below. Also, comment down below. Let me know if any other trades that you were shocked about, whether or not we got rid of Soler, if that was a surprise. Comment that all down below. Also, feel free to hit that red subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Slacker out.